Hello everyone, this is Karthik Selvaraj, and this video will be an extension of my previous video about HTTP connectors. So I thought I could explain you some more details on this. So in order to understand this, you have to see my previous video about HTTP connectors. So we have so many settings over here, so we will be seeing one by one. So you have a field for to have the allowed methods. So there are a lot of HTTP methods that are available. You have get, you have post, you have put, you can see it over here. So if we want to make your user only to use a particular method, you can restrict it over here. So I can say get, and if we put on comma and say post, it means that it allows only get and post methods. So I haven't not deployed yet. So let me use some other put method over here, and still it gives me an HTTP connector works. Okay, so now if I deploy this, so it has been deployed. So if I use put method, you can see that message has been populated as method not allowed, and you can see the status as 405, which is also the return code, standard HTTP return code for method not allowed. But if I use get, you can see the success message over here. HTTP connector works, and you can see the standard 200 response, HTTP response, and you can see the success response has two headers over here. It has the content length and the date. Okay, so now let's see about the next property, about the response settings. So you could have seen that we have a response of 200 which is set automatically. We haven't coded anything for this, but if suppose the return code needed by the user is some other number, then it can be defined over here. Okay, so now let us have it as 999, and you can have some reasons as well, like the test work. Okay, if I deploy this, okay, now if I press send, you can see the you can you can see the success HTTP connector works, and the status return code is 999, and the message which we provided. So mostly there will not be any scenario for you to provide custom return codes, but just to explain the property that we have available in Mule, I am just explaining this. And also you can add some response, additional headers in your response as well. If you see, you could see this two headers. So if I want to have some additional headers, I can add it over here as well. So if they want the developer name, I can have it as developer. It's a key value pair, it's a name, and you can give the value. Okay, and I can run this. Okay, so I'll hit this service again. You can see the HTTP connector works, and now the number of headers is 3, and you can see we have another one header value as developer is equal to Karthik Selvaraj. So Similarly, for success response, we have things for error response as well. You can add headers and you can have custom status codes. So these are the features that are available in HTTP connectors. So thanks for watching this video. We will be seeing about variables in my next video. Thank you.